Man must never forget that with all his technical achievements and artistic pretensions, his very existence depends on a 6-inch layer of topsoil and the fact that it rains. This statement should clearly remind us that agricultural soils perform a multitude of key environmental, economic, social, and cultural functions vital for life. They are summarized clearly in the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment. All of them, whether provisioning, regulating, cultural, or supporting services, are to some extent mediated by soils and depend on their health and well-functioning. The same is true when we look at the Sustainable Development Goals. Many of them rely on the quality and status of our soils. But what is threatening our soils and what shows us that soils are in danger? At the dawn of this century, the EU, in its thematic strategy for soil protection, discussed the status of soils in Europe and identified the major soil threats. Those are erosion, decline in soil organic matter, soil compaction, decline in soil biodiversity, soil contamination, soil sealing, salinization, and floods and landslides. In the following slides, I will focus on a few of these threats, as they are caused mainly by the way we are farming. Soil erosion is undoubtedly one of the major threats. Bearing in mind the 970 megatons of soil loss per year in the EU through water erosion, corresponding to 1 centimeter of topsoil of twice the area of Belgium, and the rate of soil formation, we get an idea about the dimension of this threat. And this is how it starts. Rain or irrigation water hitting bare, unprotected soil, destroying aggregates and detaching particles, ending up with crust formation and reduced infiltration. As you can see from these two slides, the consequences can be disastrous. You can find these signs of erosion all over Europe.
Soil organic matter contributes decisively to the quality of soils, besides being an important sink for atmospheric carbon dioxide. However, it is well known that most European soils are getting depleted in soil organic matter, which we can deduce from the orange and red areas in this map. National surveys, such as in UK or in Belgium, give evidence of this evolution. The percentage of soils short in organic matter is rapidly increasing.
And in the case of organic soils, such as here in Switzerland, the effects are even more visible, and this within a time span of just 40 years. Therefore, no wonder why wheat yields in Europe are stagnating since the end of the last century, as this graph and table are demonstrating. Soil compaction is a phenomenon not easily to be detected, as we often look only at the soil surface, where indicators such as ponding water provide evidence of this problem. With some patience, however, we can easily discover what is happening underneath, where we often can find tillage bends caused by different implements and excessive machine load. The number of earthworms in soils is known to be a good indicator for soil biodiversity. Their abundance is much higher in undisturbed soils when compared to intensively disturbed soils, where you literally destroy their habitat and the one of many other soil organisms. This is the number of earthworms we can find per square meter in undisturbed soils. And this is the number of earthworms we can find on plowed soils. Therefore, just look for earthworms in your soil to tell whether you are doing the right thing. Other soil threats can occur, such as contamination and salinization, in case agrochemicals and organic amendments are applied incorrectly, or if water with high salt content is used for irrigation. Floods and landslides are often the consequence of low infiltration rates over large landscapes with degraded soil structure. Thus, in order to mitigate soil threats, we must treat soils as a living biological system and not like dirt.